Okay, so here's a guide video on how to do the hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic Google slide assignment. And so the first page is just the kind of title. Second page is kind of showing what we want you to learn and what you hope you're learning from this is that basically understanding how cell transfer materials across the membrane. The key thing here is looking at the concentrations of water. Because ultimately cells and everything wants to have equal concentrations, so they're going to be moving to get to those things being equal. Again, like I said in the directions video, here again is the basically the video again to be able to watch the Osmosis, the Media Sisters, so she can explain kind of how what Osmosis is. Page 4 here just simply have what are definitions for each of these, and you can fill these in. Feel free to look these up and kind of however you want to do that. Try and look at them in terms of biology. All right, so like as an example here, I looked this up because I realized it may be confusing some of the definitions. So we're looking like right in here, you can see it says having a lower osmotic pressure, right, they have particular fluid. But like down here, and I say people ask was a hypotonic. A lot of times we look at it in biological fields. So it refers to a solution that has less solute and more water. So the solutes are basically anything in the cell or in the solution that is not water. For the most part, what we're going to be looking at is we're going to be looking at like glucose, which is sugar, and salt. Right? So when you're looking this up, you may want to type in, hypotonic, and then put biology definition to get the definition that you actually want here. Because again, here I'll show right here. So it talks to you about the lower osmotic pressure, but then here it talks about the solutes in water, and that's kind of the key thing with that. So make sure you add in biology definition to that. It'll make your life a little bit easier. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to be looking at some different examples or some situations and you need to identify which direction the water wants to go. So you can see in this example, kind of like I said, when we have a higher concentration of water, so it is the hypotonic. So you can see inside the cell here we have 85% water. Outside the cell is 75%. So that means inside the cell is hypotonic. Outside the cell is hypertonic because hyper has a lower concentration of water. Alright, so we'll be moving these terms and be able to kind of just click on them and move them. I'll do it with one example and actually show you how to do it. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to have the blue arrow showing where the water is moving. Remember, it always wants to go from a high concentration to a low concentration. So in this case, it's going from a 85% water to 75%. So eventually they're going to be equaling out around 80%. Alright, the red arrow then is going to show the movement of the other molecules. In this case, it's salt. So we have salt at 25% to 15%. Again, it's moving from that high concentration to a low concentration. The other thing you have to do is calculate the numbers missing and fill in the blank. So looking at page 6, is time doing this one together. So we can see here is we have a 5% salt concentration. So knowing that it has to add to 100%, we can look and we'll just click right on the line. So it says 5%, which means this has to be 95% water. So it needs to add to 100. So now with this one then it says 10% salt. So you can take 100 minus 10, so that would be 90. And so now we can see, so that's right here, we calculated the missing number, and fill in the blank, so that was filling in the blanks there. Alright, so now we need to place the terms hypotonic or hypertonic either inside or outside the cell. So remember, hypotonic means that it's a higher concentration of water. So what we can do is just simply basically click on this, get to where you have the 4 arrows, and you can drag it and go to where it has the higher concentration of water. We can see that is inside the cell. So this would be a hypotonic solution right here. So that means the hypertonic we can bring down here and then put by, oh, did not want to do that. Click the wrong one. And bring this down here by the outside the cell. Okay. Then we're going to orient the blue arrow to show the movement of water. Again, looking at this, water wants to move from high to low concentration. So we're at 95% inside the cell and 90% outside the cell. So we're going to take the arrow and drag it here. And right now it's pointing, it's going inside the cell. So there's this dot at the top. We're going to click that, rotate it, so it's showing that water is moving out of the cell. So water is going from the 95 to the 90. Now you can see with the red arrow now showing the move of the molecules, in this case salt. Again, salt wants to go high to low, so we're looking at we have 10% salt outside, 5% inside. So that means this is going to be moving into the cell. And so that's kind of what we're looking at to completing this assignment. So we're looking at what the hypotonic area is, the hypertonic, as well as calculating missing numbers and showing the movement. So what you'll do is you'll continue. You'll do pages 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you notice 10, this works a little bit differently because it's isotonic. Isotonic means it's equal. One of the key things around isotonic is the liquids are still going to be moving, or all the parts are still going to move, but they're going to be moving equally. That's why you have more arrows, because there's going to be red arrows going in and out. So they're going to be basically exchanging back and forth. If you have any additional questions, please let me know, and that way I can get a hold of you or find a way to help you. Otherwise, have a good day and have a great weekend.